American society and in many cultures across the world, that help one another attitude is a way of life.
We cut the cycle of violence and poverty and need right here, and this is where it starts. I mean, there's nothing more basic than a decent place to live.
Habitat for Humanity is a nonprofit organization, and it is an organization that is trying to eliminate substandard housing.
The families are deeply appreciative. Most of them are in disbelief that people would donate their free time to help them.
It's marvelous for the community. It's marvelous for the people who get their homes. It does wonders for the neighborhoods.
Even the project directors, they might come off as kind of rough, but I think ultimately they have just big hearts.
And that's our goal, truthfully. It's to break the cycle of poverty. They say it takes 3 generations to break the cycle of poverty, and we believe we can break it in 1. And that's why we do this. There's nothing more important.
Someone found in their heart to help people who cannot afford homes, to give them a chance to become a homeowner. It is very nice to see people out there who care about the people who cannot afford a home, to help them get to that process.
You know, I really enjoy helping people that are less fortunate. I think every one of us, you know, especially kids that maybe are in school that are a little more fortunate to do so, should volunteer some part of their time to people that are less fortunate.
And I've noticed in the couple years after we started building how the neighborhood has improved. People take better care of their neighborhoods when Habitat moves in.
Whenever we go into a neighborhood, we see almost instantaneous changes in the behavior of people there. They also make improvements to their own homes when we come in. They asked me for materials. They were going to form up and pour some concrete, and they asked me if I had a couple of 2x4s that were old that they could use. And it's a depressed area. You know, nobody's done anything in these areas for a long time, so it was remarkable to see the fact that they were actually going to do something to improve their living conditions because we were in the neighborhood building a brand new house.
I think the organization is wonderful, you know, and I know they can't get everybody home, and it's a few selected, and I'm glad I was one of the ones who got selected to move into a beautiful home for me and my kids.
It's just all very surreal right now. I don't think that it's quite set home, and I don't think that it will set home until we, you know, get started on the construction of it. Because this is something that I've wanted for a long time. I just haven't been able to do it for myself. You know, I haven't had the money to go, you know, out and just get a home and worry about the down payments and all of that.
They have safe, affordable housing, and you can see that the families see it as a launching pad for sort of a better stage in their lives.
While I was active, I spent 3 years of it deployed overseas to the Gulf and over there by UAE, Dubai. Back here you have everybody working together and helping each other. It's a great feeling.
Welcome to the Mac, John.
One of the things I want to make sure gets done this morning is sealing the ductwork. So I'm gonna grab a couple of them, and we're gonna seal some ductwork this morning.
Okay.
In addition to that, we need to finish the fiberglass. It has to be done today.
Right, right. Well, you got a lot of spots to
Yeah.
do around here.
Yes, this is my home.
Wow.
I will be the proud owner.
There are going to be full strips of insulation need to be put up. They need to be put up and stapled. And then the boxes up above need to be filled in.
Insulation goes in before the drywall, obviously, but it's to help keep the heat in and keep it cool during the summer. It's just a fiberglass bat insulation is what they call it. It provides a certain R value. I'm not positive what we used, but that just helps to provide a barrier between the outdoor environment and the indoor environment to keep the temperature regulated.
All right, well, first I was cutting these strips to fit the narrower spaces, but now that we have a staple gun, we can probably start putting some of them up.
Whenever I first got there, we were doing insulation, hanging it up, learn how to make sure it's nice and flat so that way when you put the drywall over it, it's not pushing the drywall out.
You have to cover the sides. You have to lap over the top and in the bottom. John, how many more weeks do we have? Several weeks that we'll be done. Me and my kids be in this lovage mansion, living it up. Yes!
Ah, here she comes. Midsummer.
That's right.
No, you didn't do
You
that.
know.
It's like this, Miss Jolly.
There
you go. That's good. You gotta do it in the wrist. There you go.
This is Shannon. She is one of the next person to build a house through Habitat of Humanity.
Through Habitat for
Oh,
Humanity.
thank you. That's the end. That's the wrap.
Next week we're gonna be hanging drywall on these walls. We'll have our inspections done, and it'll start to look like a house. All right? Thanks a lot, guys.
They snuck up on me. Once you get through the actual application process, they want to do an in-home meeting, and they want to meet your family. They want to see kind of, your living situation where, as you can see, I mean, my house isn't substandard necessarily. It's just very expensive. It takes one paycheck, like I get 2 paychecks a month, and one of my paychecks goes to my rent. So that leaves one paycheck to pay for the rest of my living expenses. So it can be hard to live paycheck to paycheck like that. She came and she had 2 people with her. And I was like, okay. So they came upstairs and she was like, oh, we have a couple of unresolved questions that we need to find out. And, it's gum.
I got the package. I got the package in the mail. I filled it out that week. Well, filled it out in 2 days. And I turned all my information in. Then later on, they called me, like what, a month or so? They called me and told me that they need to come and speak to me. And I was so excited when they said that I was picked to be the next Habitat homeowner. It was a very exciting night that time.
It's like, I don't know, it was kind of like something you see on TV. Like, I couldn't speak. It was like 30 seconds and I would just have my hands up to my face. And of course I was crying because I'm a woman and wouldn't do that.
The families and children, they tend to stay in high school because they have a safe, decent, affordable place to stay. They go to college. They graduate about 2 times the average of a family that's not involved in the Habitat program. They graduate college. A couple different things about that. First of all, like I said, they have a safe, decent home to stay in.
Just want the best for my kids. And, and it came down to this, researching the school and the environment and the jobs and just researching a better environment and a better county to raise the kids in.
This is Trayton. Can you say hi? No. This is Alexis. You're not shy.
Let's start with the oldest, Deanna Janae Stokes, and Daquan Jameson Jolly, and Deja is 11, and Oriana is 9. She's 8, and I like doing that. But my week is very tight. Everything got to be on time. And Saturday I don't get a break. Sunday I don't get a break because I work at the church. I hold a couple positions in church too, so I work 7 days a week, no breaks.
I'm looking forward to having a nice home and like a happy family while in the home.
She's getting to the point now where she likes to be outside with her friends, and I don't want her outside, not only, you know, because of the fact that there's a parking lot, you know, I mean, just, you know, just
Right.
2 steps away from the sidewalk, and sometimes kids make bad choices.
And I want to have good influences because I want like when I grow up, I like want to go to college. And that's really, this neighborhood is not, it's really a bad influence. I want to go to a new house to be more free.
Just the fact that, you know, this is a pretty public type area and you don't know who you live by. And I mean, I guess the same would pose for, you know, having a house, but at the same time, they'll have a backyard or a front yard, as the case may be, to go and to play and to have room. And, you know, that's just huge for me.
I was thinking of painting my room, like using a paintball gun and just do it all different colors. Yeah, so, because people say that they could tell what type of person you are by what color your room or whatever. And so I'll have all different colors, so yeah. So.
I'm very excited because I know that, it might sound corny or cliche, but like, you know, God is going to be the foundation that my house is built on, and that's just really exciting to me because I know that my experience, I mean, I've got, you know, my whole church, I've got even, I mean, their dad's family, I know that they're going to be involved. It's just going to bring a whole bunch of people in my life from different parts of my life together, and it's just going to be a really cool experience.